My child, you've waited long enough. You've prayed and heard silence. You've sown in tears and wondered if anything would ever grow. But hear me now. The waiting was not a punishment. It was positioning. I've been aligning pieces you couldn't see, and now the shift begins. The appointed time has come. What you've been praying for, believing for, and waiting for is about to unfold before your eyes. My child, I know how long you've been waiting. You have walked through seasons that felt endless, where prayers seemed to echo back in silence. You watched others move forward while you stayed still, wondering if I had forgotten you. But today, I speak peace into your spirit. I never forgot you. I was not ignoring you. I was preparing you. You see time in minutes and years. I see time in purpose and completion. What you call delay, I call design. I had to prepare not only what you were asking for, but also who you were becoming. If I had released the promise too soon, it would have crushed you instead of carried you. So I waited with you, shaping you quietly when you thought I was still. Every quiet day had purpose. When I hid my hand, I was healing your heart. When doors didn't open, I was closing paths that would have stolen your peace. When people walked away, I was making room for those who would truly value you. You were not forgotten. You were being formed. I watched you choose faith when feelings faded. I saw you lift your hands in worship even when tears filled your eyes. I counted every time you whispered, "Lord, I still trust you," while everything around you said, "Give up." And that faith, the kind that stands without sight, has moved heaven. The season of silence was sacred. It stripped away what was shallow so I could build what was strong. You've learned that waiting is not weakness. It's warfare. You've learned that faith is not loud. Sometimes it simply refuses to quit. You kept believing even when progress hid behind clouds. You didn't know it, but the waiting was working. I was aligning hearts, shifting circumstances, and timing every piece so that when the door opened, it would open to peace, not pressure. There were moments when you said, "Lord, I can't wait any longer." And I whispered, "You're closer than you think," because every test has an expiration date, and this one is reaching its end. You are stepping out of endurance and into evidence. Do you feel it? That restlessness inside you is not frustration anymore. It's the stirring of fulfillment. The winds of change are not warnings. They're signals that what I promised is about to break through. Child, understand this. I am not late. I am precise. I have never missed a moment. Everything I spoke over your life still stands. The enemy tried to convince you that I changed my mind, but I have not. My word over you is as strong today as the day I first spoke it. I know how hard it's been. You felt unseen, unheard, uncelebrated, but I was watching. I was standing beside you in every quiet act of faith. The nights you spent praying alone were holy ground to me. You were not wasting time. You were investing it. Every tear was a seed. Every moment of patience was a deposit in the future I am now releasing. You think nothing was happening, but I was building momentum under the surface. You were like a seed buried in soil, hidden but not forgotten. I had to let roots grow deep before fruit could appear. I wasn't denying you. I was developing you. Now, listen closely. The shift you've been sensing is not your imagination. Things are starting to move because heaven has marked your timeline. Where there was resistance, there will be release. Where there was silence, there will be sound. Where doors were shut, keys are being handed to you. But I don't want you to step into this new season with the fear of the old one. The waiting purifying you. Don't let impatience pollute you. Move with wisdom, not with worry. When the door opens, walk through it slowly enough to remember who opened it. You don't have to force anything now. You won't need to chase. What belongs to you will recognize you. Opportunities will meet you in alignment, not accident. Conversations, connections, and confirmations will come together so smoothly that you'll know. This was not coincidence. This was timing. I am restoring joy where there has been fatigue. I am reviving dreams that you buried because disappointment hurt too much. I am redeeming time, not by rewinding it, but by multiplying what's ahead. The years you thought were lost will return in fruitfulness you couldn't have planned. You are not behind. You are right on schedule. Delay has disguised itself as discipline, but soon you'll see it as destiny. When I said, wait, it wasn't to withhold. It was to make the promise worth receiving. So, breathe again. Hope again. Expect again. The atmosphere around you is shifting. What once resisted you will now release you. The people meant for your journey are being drawn to you. The resources you need are already in motion. You don't need to strive. Just stay still long enough to see the wave arrive. Child, this is your appointed time. The waiting has done its work, and the reward is on its way. Not because you earned it, but because you endured. My child, you have waited long enough. The weight of waiting has stretched your faith, refined your heart, and made you ready for the very thing you thought you'd lost. Now, the waiting is shifting. The silence is cracking. What I promised is awakening. Do not fear the unfamiliar rhythm. The calm you knew in the waiting will give way to movement, and movement can feel messy, but this is holy motion. This is what happens when heaven opens. The answers begin to unfold, not all at once, but piece by piece, moment by moment. Like dawn chasing away the dark, you will start to notice small changes first. Things that were delayed will suddenly move. People who once ignored you will remember you. Opportunities that were blocked will begin to open. The same ground that felt dry will start to show signs of life again. Don't rush it. Just recognize it. The shift has begun. The waiting taught you how to listen. Now I'm teaching you how to walk. You will no longer stand in uncertainty. You will move in clarity. I will guide your steps so gently that peace will become your confirmation. Every decision that carries peace will carry my presence. You don't have to be afraid of getting it wrong. You've learned too much in this wilderness to lose your way now. My spirit has become your compass. The path ahead may curve, but it leads exactly where you need to go. You will feel me in new ways. I will speak through timing, through favor, through doors that swing open at the right moment. I will even speak through closed doors, reminding you that no is not rejection. It's redirection. I will not allow you to settle for less than what I've prepared. Child, I am proud of you. You did not curse me in the delay. You did not abandon your post. You did not let bitterness take root. Because of that, the blessing can now flow freely without it damaging your spirit. I couldn't release it before because premature blessing becomes a burden. But now, you are strong enough to carry what once would have crushed you. When I said, "Be still," you thought it meant inactivity, but it meant intimacy. It meant staying close enough to me to hear when I whisper, "Now move." And now, I'm whispering, "This is the time. Step forward." Not with fear, but with faith. You'll soon realize why I waited. Because everything I'm aligning for you now is connected. The people, the timing, the opportunity, they all had to mature before they could meet you. You were not the only one in preparation. Everything around you was also being prepared. So when things begin to unfold, don't hesitate. Walk through every open door, even if your hands tremble. The same grace that sustained you in waiting will sustain you in walking. I'm not just releasing a moment of favor. I'm releasing a movement of favor. There will be acceleration, but it will not exhaust you. You won't have to chase. Blessings will begin to locate you. Favor will find your name. Divine connections will arrive naturally, not through striving, but through alignment. It will feel almost effortless, not because it's easy, but because it's ordained. But hear me carefully. Don't forget what the waiting taught you. Don't trade stillness for speed. Don't let excitement drown out discernment. Move with peace, not pressure. Walk with purpose, not pride. Every new level requires the same humility that sustained you in the hidden years. The people who once overlooked you will begin to notice you, not because you changed who you are, but because my light on you will now be undeniable. Let that attention lead hearts back to me. You waited in secret. Now I will reward you in the open. There will be moments when emotion rises, where you'll weep not out of sorrow, but out of release. That's what happens when promise meets purpose. Let those tears flow. They are cleansing the residue of waiting. You no longer have to wonder if you missed it. You didn't. You're stepping into everything you stayed faithful for. And yes, the enemy will try to whisper that it's too good to be true. He'll try to stir old fears and doubts. But rebuke that voice. This is not deception. It's deliverance. The blessing is real. The season has shifted. You are walking into what I've been preparing all along. The waiting season is ending with revelation. You will finally understand what the delay developed in you: patience, endurance, discernment, gratitude. You will use those tools in the new chapter, because while the waiting built faith, the fulfillment will build fruit. Remember this: my timing is not slow. It's strategic, and when I move suddenly. What felt like nothing for years will unfold in days. Things that seemed impossible will align quickly. You'll say, "Lord, how did this happen so fast?" And I will answer, "Because it was time." So prepare your heart, child. Clean out the old expectations, the expired disappointments, and the fear of being let down again. Those emotions don't belong in your new season. Let them fall away. Lift your eyes. The horizon has changed. I'm turning long waiting into quick release. I'm turning dry ground into open doors. I'm turning silence into songs of joy. The time of hiding is ending. The time of harvest is beginning. You will no longer wait for the promise. You will walk in it. My child, look up. The sky that once felt heavy with silence is beginning to clear. The clouds of delay are parting, and the first light of fulfillment is breaking through. You are standing at the threshold between promise and manifestation. The waiting has finished its work. Now begins the release. You will start to sense peace where there used to be pressure. The anxious energy that filled your prayers will fade into quiet confidence. That confidence is not pride. It is proof that your spirit recognizes the season shift. Do you remember how you once asked me, "When, Lord?" I could not answer then, because time had not ripened. But now I speak clearly. It is time. The assignments that were paused are resuming. The relationships that were meant to help you are returning. The ideas you buried are waking up. The doors that resisted you are responding to my word. Nothing and no one can stop what I have scheduled. You will feel acceleration, yet you will not feel rushed. You will move faster, but you will not be frantic, because this time, grace goes before you. My spirit has already cleared the path. You only need to walk it, and when people see you moving, they will ask, "How did everything shift so suddenly?" Tell them the truth. Because God said it was time. I have seen every tear that watered the soil of your promise. I have gathered each one and turned it into rain for your next harvest. You thought you were weeping alone, but heaven was listening. The sound of your quiet faith has reached its appointed hour. You've been faithful through frustration, consistent through confusion, obedient through obscurity, and now you will be fruitful through favor. This is not a small turning. It is a full rotation. Everything that was backward will move forward. Everything that was delayed will be delivered. Everything that was broken will begin to bloom. Do not shrink back when the blessing arrives. Do not sabotage the moment with disbelief. Receive it with steady hands and thankful heart. You have been stretched long enough to hold what is coming. I will send confirmation after confirmation so you will know this is me. The right words at the right moment. The message that answers your hidden question. The opportunity that fits without forcing. These are the fingerprints of my timing. You no longer have to beg for what I have already appointed. Just posture yourself in readiness. I will bring the promise to your doorstep. All I ask is that you open the door in faith. You will look back soon and realize the waiting was mercy. If I had given you the blessing before you learned stillness, you would have worshipped the gift instead of the giver. But now, your heart knows where home is, and home is in me. So stand tall. Let hope breathe again. The chapter that begins today will read differently from all the rest. The language will change from someday to now, from almost to finally. The story of delay is turning into a testimony of divine timing. My beloved child, hear my voice clearly. The waiting is over. You have stepped into the hour heaven prepared. The things you prayed for in patience will appear in power. The doors that once denied you will now invite you. I declare restoration over your time. Years you thought were wasted will return in double measure. I declare release over your heart. The heaviness of waiting lifts now. I declare favor over your hands. What you build next will prosper quickly. Every no from your past will make sense as I begin to unveil the greater yes. You will see why the detours mattered, why the pauses protected you, why the silence saved you. I am breathing new life into old dreams. Visions that faded under fatigue will spark again. You will feel the same passion you once had, only this time it will be paired with wisdom. The door is open, and it will stay open. Walk forward, not timidly, but triumphantly. The atmosphere has changed. Angels are aligning assignments. Provision is positioned. My word is walking beside you, whispering, keep going. It's your time. This new season will not demand striving. It will flow. You will accomplish more with less effort because I will multiply your moments. You will speak, and hearts will respond. You will give, and doors will open. You will pray, and peace will arrive. Before you finish the sentence, do not say, maybe later, say, now. Do not say, if it's possible, say, it is promised. Do not say, I hope, say, I believe. For I, the Lord your God, have declared it. Your appointed time has come. If this prophetic word touched your heart, type, it is my time, in the comments below. Like this video if you felt God speaking directly to you. Subscribe to God's Amen message for more spirit-filled words and divine encouragement. Share this with someone who's been waiting. Remind them, the waiting is over and the promise is alive. Come back for the next message. Heaven still has more to reveal.